All right, this is Boxing with the Truth, and I am the Truth. Today's January 15th, 2017, and today we have with us former IBO World Junior Lightweight Champion, Jeff Jazzy Mayweather. How you doing today, Jeff?
I'm doing good. Yourself?
I'm doing great. I appreciate you taking time out to do this interview with us. I just want to bring up the new generation fans a little bit on who you are, besides the fact that you're Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s uncle. You actually were a pro fighter yourself. Like I said, you did hold a world title. You held your record was 32 wins, 10 knockouts, 10 losses, and 5 draws. And you actually now are a boxing trainer and an MMA trainer. And you're in the same gym with Floyd, right? You're in the Mayweather gym?
Yeah.
Okay, and a lot of people call you the quiet Mayweather because you're not trying to be flashy, you're not trying to be out there in the TV cameras and all that stuff. You'd rather prefer to be in the back, right?
Yeah.
But today I want to kind of put you out there in the front a little bit because, you know, over the years you've been being a little bit more outspoken on certain issues, especially when people are attacking your family name. And once again, your family name is in the public eye. And the fact is, you know, we're going to get to that, but I want to bring up a few other things first. First, I want to ask how you feel the fact that, okay, Floyd did retire at 49-0. Would you have preferred personally for him to fight and go 50-0?
Well, I mean, I think that's just a matter of what Floyd himself wants to do. I mean, because realistically, I mean, Floyd has every record that means something. I mean, that's just for the fans. The fans want to see 50-0. I mean, but realistically, there's no reason for him to do it because, I mean, he's made enough money. He's done, you know, he's got every record there is in boxing. So, to be honest, what are you really doing it for other than the fans?
No, I agree with you, and just to have a nice round number of 50-0, I guess. But let's say he did decide to come back, and there's a lot of really good quality welterweights out there right now. Do you think that he should, if he did come back, do you think he should fight one of the top guys and make it a real and explosive fight, or just fight, you know, a average guy just to get the 50-0?
I mean, Floyd couldn't even do that. I mean, Floyd fought a 2-time world champion, and everybody went berserk. So there's no way Floyd could just come back and fight a regular guy and get 50-0. It can't happen. But I mean, because you know, in boxing, unfortunately, I mean, Floyd was on a plateau all of his own, and so I mean, here it is. He's fighting Andre Berto, and everybody's complaining about it. But Andre Berto fight anybody else in that weight class, nobody else would have a problem with it.
So who do you think the fans would be satisfied with him fighting if he came back to get the 50-0?
I mean, the fans would probably, I'm going to be honest, they probably wouldn't be satisfied with nobody. No, I'm just keeping it real because at the end of the day, if you fight a 2-time world champion, and everybody complains about it, who else can you fight? Anybody you fight. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, if he does come back to fight, he would have to do it soon. He can't, you know, continue to just sit back and then get, you know, then get caught back in the boxing because he wants to be 50-0. I mean, it's stupid. You know, so I mean, I think that if he you know, I mean, fighting Conor McGregor, that's a business. That's a business thing. That's something totally different. Has nothing to do with boxing. But I mean, you have a lot of young lions that are coming up. You know that he don't need to be stepping in the ring with because by the time I catch up with him, like catching up with everyone.
Okay, and like you just brought up the business side of you know, the possible fight between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Conor McGregor, and there was talk last year and it kind of quieted down for a while, and now the talk is back, and you've made comments about it, other people have made comments about it, and the thing is you know, a lot of boxing fans think it's a complete joke, but the MMA fans, they're all excited about it and they really want to see it. And as the fact that you're a boxing trainer and an MMA trainer, I mean, to me personally, I don't see it making any sense. Like you said, Floyd has done everything. I think I mean, it would be like the Roy Jones thing, fighting Vernon Phillips, you know, and he was supposedly a fan, but he was an MMA guy. I don't see it lasting even one round in a boxing ring.
Well, I mean, I don't know how many rounds it would go. I just know that the longer it goes, the more you'll be punished. I mean, the one thing is this, you can't just jump in a boxing ring after being, you know, you're talking about fighting one of the best fighters that ever put on a pair of gloves, and you're going to step in the ring, and you never even had a professional fight at all in your life.
And that's And that's my point. Conor McGregor is not a boxer puncher. You know, he's good at everything else, but Diaz even just went to school on him, and Diaz isn't a boxer. So for you to try to jump in the ring with not an average boxer, but the elite boxer, to me is just foolish, and you're going to make yourself look foolish. I know you'd make a big paycheck, but you'd still look like a fool. And for Dana White to want to pump it up to make it sound like that they're on the same level is ridiculous.
I mean, it's a joke anyway when you're talking about a guy who's already been choked out, you know, 2 times already. So so basically, the only thing that you can say that, you know, that basically is in comparison is that Floyd was the face of boxing, he's the face of MMA. That's it. After that, everything else, I mean, there's no comparison at all. I mean, because you're talking about a guy who barely got 20 fights, and like I said, in 20 fights, I mean, he's been beat 3 times already. And so, so it's one of those situations where, like you said, I mean, he fought Nate Diaz. One could even fight a guy with a record like Nate Diaz. The whole boxing community would criticize him so bad that it would be asinine for Floyd to even step in the ring with a guy that's 18-10 or 18 whatever, some, you know, that type of record. You know, don't get me wrong, MMA and boxing are 2 totally different elements. And the one thing is this, and that, of course, I mean, if you're talking about, you know, Floyd going in the ring with, Conor McGregor in a cage, Conor McGregor has he has the advantage. You know, but in a boxing ring, he has no chance at all. 0.
Now, did you see the the video of Conor McGregor sparring the amateurs? Did you see that video?
No, I didn't see it.
Well, he basically got his ass handed to him by amateurs in a boxing ring. So that's why I just laugh every time Dana White even brings up the amount of money, because who would pay to see this on pay-per-view? I don't even know if I'd watch it on free TV, maybe just to see how fast Floyd finishes him.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, what you got to realize is this. The UFC has been building themselves off of Floyd's name the last 3 or 4 years anyway. Every time they mention, anytime they mention a fight, somebody's got to call out Floyd. And, I mean, Floyd don't care nothing about that. I mean, so it's one of those situations where, I mean, they've been building the UFC following off the people that's supposedly supposed to be Floyd, just like Ronda Rousey, she's supposed to be Floyd. And I mean, now everybody can see how big a joke that was.
Yeah, she can't even throw a straight punch. So
I mean, she has no sense of game at all. So I mean, it's just a joke, I mean, and same thing with Conor McGregor. I mean, boxing is something totally different than once you step in that ring. I mean, Conor McGregor wouldn't even hit Floyd. He wouldn't even hit Floyd at all. But he would get punished, and he would get punished brutally.
So, I mean, I know Floyd, likes being in the media and talking and stuff, but why is he even entertaining this? Why does he even respond to this Dana White stuff, the $25 million? Why not just ignore it all?
Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. The one thing is this, like I said, that's a business deal. If you got somebody that's willing to pay you what you're really worth, you're not going to pay for another $25 million, and then you're going to pay this guy who ain't even nowhere close to Floyd status. You're going to pay him $25 million too? Forget about it. It's all about, like I said, with Dana, it's just about a business. I mean, even everything. That's why, and what Dana wants to do is this. Dana wants to offer Floyd that kind of money, and then what he's going to do after that is turn around and say, well, I offered him that. You see, he's scared. That's what he wants to do. So now, all of a sudden, now he has something else to add to the legacy of MMA and Floyd being scared. That's all that's about. I mean, because you're not going to offer a guy who just made $300 million in one night, $25 million, and you're certainly not going to offer him that when you're going to offer a guy that's 17-3 or something like that against a guy that's 49-0. I mean, even though they're two different sports, one guy dominated his sport from beginning to end, and he did it for 19 years. And you're talking about a guy who just got choked out probably 6-7 months ago.
So what is your personal opinion of Dana White? Do you like Dana White or no?
No, I mean, I have no problem with Dana White. It's business. I mean, I understand that. I mean, the one thing with anytime there's something that can help your business, I mean, me and Dana used to be really good friends. I mean, don't get me wrong, I brought Dana kind of like into the boxing circles before he even, he got involved in MMA. I mean, I used to do classes with him. We used to do like boxing aerobic classes, and then we used to do like actually boxing classes where it would be like beginners, intermediate, and advanced. And I would be the guy that would, I would sometimes on a weekend I would probably box 12 people, And so, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, me and Dana was really, really close at one point in time, and actually, we were actually even supposed to put out a video, but we kind of slept on it, and Billy Blanks came out with the tie ball, and and it kind of like killed our idea. But no, I mean, I have nothing personally against Dana because I know it's just business with Dana. I mean, Dana actually knows he's believe me, Dana's not no fool. Dana is basically just a good businessman, and basically that's why they allowed him to take over the UFC, because Dana told, Dana met the Fatias, who basically, in charge of the UFC, and he used to train. That was one of his personal, he used to do personal training with. And so basically, he told him, he said that I can make the UFC much bigger than it is. And he proved what he can do. And he proved that. I mean, you're talking about a company that started out, that was like they probably paid $2-3 million, something like that. No, because I think they did I'm not 100% sure. I think it's either 2 or 4 million, something like that, to improve the UFC. But you're talking about the same business now that's worth over $4 billion. So I mean, that shows you what kind of businessman he is.
Okay.
So I mean, you can't be mad at him. And I mean, like I said, every time I see Dana, we still speak, and but I mean, every once in a while I have to go after him because he's going after my nephew. I don't take it personally what he says, and I'm sure he don't take it personally what I said. And I think if he did, when he seen me, we wouldn't speak to each other. So
let me ask you this: at the end of the day, do you think this is just going to go on and go on and go on as talks, and this fight is never going to happen?
It's not going to happen. You're talking about how you going to offer a guy $25 million, like I said, that made $800 million in the ring. That's not going to happen. And not only that, that's an insult for you to even give your fighter the same amount. But, like I said, that's still a business ploy, because now Dana's going to use that to be able to still use Floyd's name.
Okay.
That's all it is. I mean, basically, now you're looking at, oh, I offer Floyd $25 million. He should win the fight for $25 million. Really? Floyd made that little bit of money in a long, long time.
So let me switch subjects on you. I want to ask you this, and I don't know if there could be something in the works or not, but do you think they'll ever make a Mayweather story about you, your brothers, about your nephew, about the whole family, the whole boxing family?
It's possible.
I mean, I think it'd be worth watching.
No, I think so too. I think that, I think the boxing public will love it, but it's just a matter of, timing is everything, and, it's one of those situations in which you gotta find the right people to do it, and everybody gotta be on board with it. And the one thing is this, is that, when you're doing a story on, especially if more like a biography, everybody has to agree to it, because sometimes when you do things like that, it open wounds, and that's one thing that as a family, sometimes it's not even worth it. It's not worth it sometimes, and then, like I said, if everybody's in agreement, yeah, it's fine. But like I said, at the same time, then you're digging into, because you're not gonna. No one wants to hear a story that's just completely about good, because in order to get to good, you gotta have adversities. And sometimes that opens the old can of worms. And I don't know that, if that's, I don't even know if that's worth it. I don't know if that's worth it.
Okay.
I mean, it's great for, it's great for money, but everything is not about money. You know what I mean? It's great, it's great even, I think, for the boxing community, but at the same time, like I said, the one thing that you have to do is you have to be real about your story, and you have to, you're going to have some controversy in your story. And some of that stuff you just don't even want to touch.
Okay. Well, listen, I want to ask you about a fight that's coming up. I mean, obviously your nephew was in the welterweight division for years, so I'm sure you know quite a bit about the welterweights right now and all the guys that are coming up. And I want to hear your opinion on this fight and what do you think is going to happen. Keith Thurman versus Danny Garcia on March 4th on Showtime. How do you break down that fight?
I think that's a very, very good fight. I lean toward Thurman because I've seen him. He gets progressing better as a fighter, but I don't think it's going to be an easy fight. I mean, most people think that Thurman's going to just go in there and walk through him. I don't see that, because Danny Garcia already proved that he can box a little bit too. So I just think that Danny can punch a little bit too. I mean, he probably won't punch as hard as Thurman, but he still can punch. And so I expect a really good hard fought fight. And I just lean a little bit toward Thurman. I think that Thurman's a little better puncher, and I think that the fights that I've been watching, as he's been going up in competition, he's been getting a little better.
Okay. Well, I got one more fight I want to ask you about and get your opinion. What about the Triple G versus Danny Jacobs fight on March 18th?
I think Danny Jacobs has a chance, but Danny Jacobs has to fight the perfect fight. Of course, he can't allow himself to get hit clean too many times. Maybe one or two, but he can't allow himself to get hit too many times. I think Danny Jacobs does have a chance. I think he's a better boxer. He's faster, but I don't know if he can handle the pressure of Triple G. So if I was betting, I probably would still lean toward Triple G, but I just think that he's gonna have a chance, and it'll be an interesting fight.
Okay. Well, listen, before I end the interview, Jeff, I just want to ask you one more question, a personal one for me. I'm actually going into the ring in about a little less than a month for my first amateur fight at 46 years old. And if you got any advice for me, I would definitely be willing to take it from a guy of your caliber.
Well, the best advice I can give you at that age is hands up, chin down.
All right, I appreciate that. Anything you want to say to your fans, Jeff, before we end the interview?
No, not really. I mean, just basically, hopefully that if you are a fan of mine, hopefully that you continue to support me, and that's basically it. I mean, I can be found on Instagram, Jeff Mayweather 1. I could be found, Jeff Mayweather 1 on Twitter, Jeff Mayweather on Instagram, and Jeff Mayweather on Facebook.
And don't you have a website too? Jeff Mayweather's Pro Boxing Insider?
Yes, that's my website also. And basically, you can even ask me questions on that site as well.
All right.
I don't go to it as much as I used to, but every once in a while I'll go back and I'll check the questions, and then I'll answer anyone.
All right. And with that, the truth has spoken.